playing their best, and we're getting started. Liam's starting at Link's house, getting Piece of Heart. Furaime delayed a little bit. We'll get that synced shortly.
Yep. And we're going to see what's on Lake Hylia Island, because just rupees, but they can use those free boots to clip up there easily if there was something good on it.
Yeah, and we are being synced now. There we go. And Liam actually running. Okay, he's going to go for Uncle.
Furaime taking the more common Overworld glitches choice of going for Sazwala's back closet.
Yeah. I don't normally see this Uncle route. That's a little bit different.
I saw a red pendant on Eastern and red crystal on Hera. Wasn't sure what's on Desert.
Uncle with a whole horde of money for us. There's a flute and a blue mail.
Very early flute. Definitely going to see that activated at this point.
Yeah. Got a question in chat. Is a rule or something to start with boots? So in Overworld glitches, we start with boots because boots make it a lot easier to do a number of the clips, and boots are just a lot more fun.
Yeah, it would basically be no major glitches until they found the boots, and then whoever found the boots would have a major advantage first.
Yeah, we got another $300. I didn't see where that came from, but Liam Atlas already up to 620.
And that was a standard crystal on Desert Palace.
Furaime getting the tree pole, just blue rupees there. Bush crab not really of much help with single rupees. Furaime and Liam both going for the lumberjack check now.
Just a piece of art.
Yeah, so no Aga today. And now both runners going to be heading off into the Lost Woods. Just some sticks lying on the ground there. And just $20 in the drop down.
Oh, Furaime going for another pull on the tree there.
This time getting hearts, so neither of the tier 1 or 2 triples are really of any use. Liam going to farm a couple of bombs out of these bonk rocks. Furaime already found some.
It's a good spot to know about on Overworld glitches with the free boots. And he got two, one for Blind's Hut and one for the well. Probably hoping he'll get bombs in one of those locations, and he will.
Gonna get a bunch of them.
Yes, that's plenty for now.
Furaime making sure to farm up every last rupee. I don't think Liam will be too concerned about it with his money. Well, let's see what we got in the well. Heartpiece. Some money. Full heart. Another full heart.
Nothing much of interest in.
Third full heart.
They're very healthy, but nothing much of interest so far.
And bottle vendor with a bunch of bombs, so Kakariko so far pretty empty, save for some health.
Yeah. Some very bad punning from our tracker in the chat.
Probably going to activate that flute. Liam, not having the flute, continues on to the chicken hut.
Yeah, not having picked up the flute on that early chance means not sure we'll see Liam get it and activate it. Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Almost vanilla bottle. I don't think that has a fairy in it in vanilla.
No, I think it's empty in vanilla, but I don't think you're going to complain too much either way. Getting a shield off the sick kid. Yeah, and Liam may activate the flute if he can find something to route it in with, but I don't think he'll make it the trip just to do that.
Yeah, maybe if he gets the mirror when going through the Dark World Overworld loop, then it'd be pretty easy to route in those outcasts. Oh.
And I'm just going to go straight into the race game.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually doing it the intended way.
Yeah, there's a little clip you can do from down below that will get you the item a little quicker. If you're not very comfortable with that clip, you can sometimes get stuck. So that may be why he's just going straight for the item this way.
Yeah.
And it's a cape.
Yeah, Furaime not even bothering with it.
Yeah, the cape, oh, there's a half magic. Yeah, Furaime will grab that.
Yeah, the cape gets you some nice cheese strats, but it isn't logically required for anything in overworld glitches.
It could be useful for Spike Cave, but that's really about it.
I'm sure they'll find alternatives. They've already got plenty of hearts in a bottle. More standard overworld glitches stuff. It's so easy to clip down to the desert, and there's enough checks here on the fronts easy enough that even if it's crystal, you will see racers just dip the front.
Yeah, so yeah, we just had a question in chat. You do still need all the crystals, and you also have to kill Aghanim too. If you don't do those things, Ganon is invincible. And if you try to fight him, he'll just stand there and call you names. So, gotta get those crystals. Of course, you can do them in any order. Sometimes you even do GT before any of your crystals.
Yeah, GT somewhere in the middle is pretty typical for overworld glitches runs.
Runners not having found any real weapons yet. Gonna have to bomb these popos. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a weapon.
Nice. And yeah, with all the hearts, it's pretty reasonable to just stand there and hold the bomb up to be able to hit them more easily.
So no fire source, so we're not going to be able to finish Desert Palace right yet, but there's a few overworld checks outside that we can do. So Bellthorner is pretty much following the same path. Well, Liam's going to go to Agina first.
Which probably isn't the best choice, because it's pretty slow to get back out. Although Furaime doesn't seem to know the clip to get up without hopping down first. So that's going to cost him a bit of time relative.
So Agina and K45 both not having much.
Oh, Liam, what are you doing? Just do the spin speed.
Yeah, so I believe anywhere that spin speed works, you can also boot buffer in, which is the way you would need to do it if you had no sword.
Yeah, but with sword, it's a lot quicker to do spin speed.
So Furaime with that flute, gonna gain a little bit of time in overworld traversal. going straight to the dam, finding 300 rupees there.
Yeah, especially on this South Shore route, can fly to the dam, and then after he's done winning, we'll lure him, fly to Ice Rod Cave and save a bit more time there too. Oh, more rupees. He's going to be grabbing it because he doesn't have enough for Zora yet. I don't imagine Liam would bother with those 50 rupees though.
We're gonna now head into Mini Moldum Cave. We're getting bumped around there a little bit.
Yeah, they're tricky little guys. Ooh, early fire rod. And early master sword. Oh, wow!
Okay, that's the cave of offense.
Yeah, that's
So-
a very stacked cave.
We know where all our weapons are hiding. And we're gonna take a flute up to Death Mountain. No, over to Ice Rod Cave, actually.
Yeah, I feel like Death Mountain probably would have been the better choice, considering he might not necessarily get enough rupees for the Zora King, and also there's just more checks there.
Although, Furaime actually gonna save and quit.
Now is going Death Mountain.
Yeah, Liam, meanwhile, is setting up the water walk.
He's got all those rupees, so he's gonna make good use of them. And finally, obviously hoping for something good from the older man, but even if he doesn't get anything good, it's still worth it for the save and quit point, because that's a very important save and quit spot for overworld glitches.
And Furaime gonna head up to Hera. And Liam looks to be
And
heading. Yeah.
grab the hobo first, which unfortunately consumes the water walk, which means no waterhole ferry.
There's a red mail for Furaime.
Oh, that's very nice. Although it does unfortunately mean a bad time if there's a required dungeon revival in this seed.
Yeah, no sign of that moon pearl yet, so that could be a thing. Our first item in here is a heart container, and we get a somewhat useless hint. Heart container is in Gan's Tower. So I'm not finding much at Zora. Gonna save and quit to Sanctuary, and looks to be heading up towards the mountain. Unfortunately, without that flute, gonna have to do a DMA, so a little bit slower here.
Quick, clean mold arm kill from Furaime. Temper really helps out there. Liam just has to go up and down a bit to fix the camera before going into the cave, or it will take a very long time to transition. And like all other races in this tournament, this is open randomized swords, beat Ganon, over glitches logic. Oh, you were just asking. Yeah, it's kind of a silly early item set.
And we're actually going to use spin speed to climb up the mountain rather than doing the hair clip.
Yeah, a little surprising.
Furaime, meanwhile, going to check Graveyard Ledge and finding a powder.
Nice for safety and for that one check, of course. And getting a hint for those mushroom spot arrows.
Not sure where Liam is going now. Okay. Changes his mind. And Furaime going to clip up. This should take them up into the sky. Yeah. To check the floating island item, which is just arrows, so gonna now head into Spiral Cave.
Boots and sword, thankfully, so don't have to do a walk of shame. Ooh, getting zapped a lot though.
Spiral Cave just with a heart piece, so now let's see what's in Paradox Cave.
7 checks, so a lot of hope there.
Dead rock getting in the way of Furaime a little bit.
Oh, nice bomb positioning there. So after this, I think it's just Eastern Palace and the Magic Bat. Oh, there's Pearl. Never mind.
Alright, Pearl and Flippers.
And
Burner. Wow.
Wow. Some very stacked caves this seed.
Yeah, so we got a lot of blue items in there. Oh, Furaime missing the bomb jump, decides just to save and quit instead. Okay, so this seed is wide open now.
Going to check the hobo with those flippers. Yeah, this was much better than using the losing the water lock for that like Liam did.
Yeah. So Liam gonna take care of Hera now. And Furaime looks to be doing some more flipper checks. And we are gonna see what is in Waterfall Cave now.
Junk.
Yeah.
So Liam did not miss out on anything there. thankfully for him.
So still no Dark World stuff yet, but with that fire rod, I wouldn't be surprised to see probably a Skull Woods play in the near future. Assuming it's a crystal.
And finally going for the Dark World now. Gonna do a hair clip and then the warp. Oh no, it's going straight for either Spike Cave or Ganon's Tower, because Furaime is not fixing that camera. Yeah, going for GT. Oh no, Swamp Palace Super Drop.
Yeah, this makes sense. A lot of items down there to check.
And just casually hopping down 1,000 pixels at a time.
That glitch was discovered recently, wasn't it?
I have not been into this glitching stuff long enough to really know exactly when all the glitches were discovered.
Well, there's a hint for the flute in Swamp Palace. Furaime exit swamp, which fixes that camera. Here's our check. Pod is a pendant.
And
So,
there's a red crystal on Ice Palace.
so those red crystals only really relevant when we don't have the mirror. When we have the mirror, we can easily get into Pyramid Fairy with a mirror clip.
Yeah, so mirror on Pyramid Fairy is the big Pyramid Fairy meme in Overworld Glitches.
We're gonna go look at Hype Cube, and we start off with the silver arrows. And that's really all we get out of there.
Silvers will be appreciated this early on for boss kills.
Well, assuming we find that bow anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
Now, I just noticed we do have Eastern and Pod as pendants. I'm not sure if these runners know the Mimic clip, but if they do, we could be looking at a bolus seed.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see. So am I going to go into Meyer Grit from here, I think? No. Nope, deciding to go back for Meyer. And Liam getting the hint for the flute that he doesn't have yet.
Yeah. So our Meyer check. No, Furaime not going to check it just yet. And 20 arrows in the Meyer shed.
Oh, that's Quake.
Yeah, so Quake is our one required medallion in this seed. And Furaime going to clip out of Meyer. And head up, do the dig game, and then could clip up into Village of Outcasts.
No, just barely got enough rupees for that.
I think that was 24 digs if I counted accurately, and all for a piece of art.
Oh, nice, getting the first clip for the timer run out. Yeah, I need 2 upward teleports there for that access to Village Outcasts without the gloves. Or without the mitts, rather.
Spawnable Hut just having some rupees. And Liam pretty much going to be following along in Furaime's footsteps here.
Oh, thankfully, he has rupees for this too. Is that 20 rupees for all the 3 Village Outcast house items?
Yeah, not much in the village, but Furaime going to head into Thieves' Town. I wonder if they are going to full clear this without the hammer, or just do the front for now. Probably they're going to clear it out and just hope there's nothing important in that big chest.
Yeah.
Death warping out with that red mail and nearly full health, not going to be the funnest thing to do.
Yeah, that's the downside of getting mail. Really good mail this early on, and lots of health. Oh, that's a lot of junk up front. Just 1 item.
Yeah, so are we going to go to the back?
Unfortunately, it does mean there's a bigger chance of something being in the hammer-locked chest.
Yeah, I believe that's
Oh, there's the pixel. Oh, Liam
nice.
checking Skullwoods.
Yeah, this makes sense too. I mean, you got the fire rod. You can definitely full clear this. As I said that, there's the hint for the fire rod. And it's not uncommon to put off Thieves' Town until you find the hammer. But at the same time, there's always that risk the hammer could be in Thieves' Town.
Yeah, there's possibly 4 items and really low requirements for access. So it's definitely a pretty good play. And from finally getting to the meat of the back of Thieves' Town, and hoping I don't see that small key in the maiden cell chest. If small key is here, then an item is in the hammerlock chest. Oh, yep.
Yeah, so we'll see if this pays off for Furaime, or because if Liam finds the hammer before he does Thieves' Town, and there's something in that big chest, that's going to be a huge advantage.
Yeah.
But Liam going into Skullwoods now, or the back rather, and going straight for Mothula.
No, not holding back on that fire rod to clear out those Gibdos easily.
Yeah, with half magic and tempered sword, you're not really worried about Mothula at all.
Yeah, tempered will probably make it pretty easy. As long as it doesn't repeatedly nullify your damage with the spikes. Down it goes.
So both runners getting their first or second crystals rather at almost exactly the same time.
Yeah, Blind got a little off script there for Furaime, but it went okay. Not too much damage, pretty quick.
Are we going to check the bumper ledge before heading into Schoolwoods?
Just a bottled fairy.
Yeah, I think on red mail, and with a player who can execute as well as Furaime, you're not going to waste a second grabbing an extra bottle.
Oh, there's a butter sword. Wow.
Wow. All right, we got all the offense we need here.
Yeah, so this is Butter Silver's Ganon fight coming up in the end of the seed.
Now, Butter Sword is especially nice for Cold Stare and Vitreous.
Oh, yeah.
Makes those fights an absolute snap.
Yeah, the spin and slash with Gold Sword is really easy for Cold Stare.
Alright, let's see. Is Liam going to go into Thieves Town now? Looks like it. Alright, so both runners pretty much trading places.
Yeah, same dungeons in the opposite order. So they'll be back on party soon enough. And they'll both be wondering about what's in that hammerlock chest in Thieves Town for a while.
Yep. So, where do you think the runners go after this? Dive Pod? Dive GT? What else?
I think GT seems more reasonable without the bow or hammer. Although they could do the potion glitch to get deeper in pod. But I'm not sure if they're willing to grab a potion for that.
Yeah. GT, so we got no hammer and no cane of Samaria, so there's really only 3 items. Or 3 checks there, but they're fairly quick checks.
Yeah, it's a fairly quick. And yeah, potion glitch is out of the logic even in overworld glitches.
Yeah, for the underworld, so in caves and dungeons, the logic is exactly the same as in no major glitches. It's only in the overworld where the logic is different.
Yeah, but the potion glitch is a minor glitch, so it's allowed even if it's not logically required. So it would be a good idea to do that, just to make sure they don't get bow locked out of possibly good checks if they dip pod.
There's Mothula down for Furaime.
Still got some checks to make here though.
We also haven't seen anyone go into Eastern yet, so there's a few Sphere 1 checks there.
Oh yeah, Eastern would be a good choice for dipping at this point. It's
Especially,
fairly long.
yeah, especially with it being a pendant, you're not really so concerned about finishing it. Oh, Furaime has a different idea. Escape.
Mhm.
That's another area I forgot about. So they'll get this hoard of cash.
They won't. Probably won't have any trouble with the dark room to get the dark cross if they need to.
Now, and sets. So there were $600 in the uncle. That's fine.
Yeah. And Furaime could steal that first keyguard key to guarantee a full clear, even without any gloves. But I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, especially since we will need one pair of gloves at least for Ice Palace.
You know, they got the queue right away, so they'll be doing the full clear front to back anyways. Golden Sword completely trivializing these rooms.
Yeah. So Liam, okay, heading to, oh yeah, Liam hasn't checked Meyer yet, so gonna do that. And absolutely nothing on the front of Escape.
Oh, and saving quitting out. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because can't really death warp easily with red mail and 10 hearts.
Yeah, definitely much faster to just save and quit and run back from Link's house.
And it looks like Liam's going for Eastern instead.
Yeah, so we'll get a flute and red mail. And Dark Cross just with $5.
And they're back on item party now.
Do you remember how many items were in Desert Palace? Did we find both of them?
I was not paying that close attention.
Yeah, because they can complete Desert, but the fact they're not going back there right away suggests that they're probably already got both items there.
Oh, there's our first club. That's very nice. And that is out of logic.
So that doesn't really open much. It opens Checkerboard Cave, and I think that's about it. So Furaime might actually just go and do that, route that in with finishing Desert off. Or not. Or yes.
Huh? Just walking or dashing straight there, rather.
And oh, there's
That's
our
very
Quake
nice.
Medallion. It is required, but at the same time, it also kind of opens up Meyer, which without the cane, you don't really want to dip.
Yeah. Going in mire twice or more is not a fun experience.
For me, as I thought, gonna just route in this desert check. That was a hint for the pyramid fairy. I saw a heart container. I didn't see the other item.
Oh.
Oh, a unique item. Okay. So our tracker Dimensive saying there was a unique item at the pyramid fairy.
Neuron pyramid fire, maybe?
That is a possibility. Ice Palace, the other red crystal, and we still need a hammer and another glove to actually put that in logic.
And the one glove we've already seen isn't even in logic at this point. They'd
Yeah,
need
that's true.
either lamp or the first glove for that one to be in logic.
So Liam getting that vanilla big key.
Oh, that's nice. Really nice kill with the fire rod and golden from Furaime.
Yeah, so Eastern Palace, a bust. So Furaime making the correct call there. Looks like Liam's now heading into escape as well.
Oh, gonna grab a potion. Not surprised
Yeah,
all those rupees. Oh, Furaime might wondering if Furaime might be considering pod.
yeah, that's a possibility. I think I'd expect him to check GD first, just because it's a much quicker check.
Yeah, it looks like the GT check first. But we'll be able to use that potion to clear out most of pod out of logic if Furaime decides to check that.
Checks reminding us that powder is still there. That could be something.
Yeah, not surprising they haven't done that though without the mirror when they were passing through Village Outcasts, which would have been the other big chance to route it in.
Yeah, it looks like Furman gonna do Super Bunny Cave first, though. Could do a couple of checks in Total Rock if they want to.
And yes, Furaime does have flute. Oh, there's a mirror.
Ooh. Alright, that opens up, let's see. That opens up Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, Pyramid Fairy is the big one because that's a guaranteed unique item. Liam doing the Death Warp setup.
I'm just gonna check that. Oh no, gonna do Catfish.
Wonder if Furaime is gonna continue down to pod from here. Probably not. Nice bonk.
No, gonna mirror and take out the flute.
Going for that Pyramid Fairy item.
So the way this one works, you do the clip down to Hera, you go through the portal in the top, and you do not fix your camera. And then, so when you come down to the bottom and place your mirror portal, it'll actually get placed a couple of screens lower. And if you place it in the right spot, it'll get placed right on top of the entrance to Pyramid Fairy. And with the flute, makes it quite quick to get there. I am now getting that glove.
Let's see what that unique item is. Bugnet. Oh,
All right. Well,
100% worth it.
Yeah.
At least I get to do a check pyramid ledge here. Oh, that's very important. Yeah,
that's a rude spot for that.
At least that pyramid fairy hint baited them over here to get it.
Well, that's still like it doesn't open a ton of stuff. It opens a few checks in GT. And it opens up half of Swamp Palace.
I think Furaime might be going GT now. Because
you can clear out the whole left side. It's not all in logic, but you can do it.
Yeah, it's mostly not in logic, but it's very easy to do all that. Although Furaime is resetting their camera, so oh no, yes.
So in terms of what we're looking for, still, we need that hook shot for Swamp. We need the Cane of Samaria for Mire. And depending on whether or not these runners know how to do the mimic clip, they may need the bow.
Yeah, I figure at least one will be getting the bow, probably both.
Yeah. But that's really all we're still looking for. Just those few items.
Liam going for the hover in Hookshot Cave.
Let's see how many attempts. Let's see here. Just 3. I'm going to bomb jump here to get to the Stalfos room of GT.
Lots of other logic checks. Oh, that's nice.
There's the lamp. So that's handy.
Oh,
yeah,
lots of stuff up here.
So, Furaime will have to remember that the hookshot cannot be lamp locked.
Yeah. Also, can't be on the witches. This one chest here is the one that's in logic with bonks, and the rest is not in logic because they need bomb jumps and stuff to get. So anything Furaime gets here can't lead to the hookshot.
And Liam now gonna get that hammer. Actually gonna get it, but oh no, got the mirror. Never mind. But I actually didn't do Pyramid Fairy, so
missing out on that all important bug net. Oh, there's the bow. So yeah, bow was hookshot locked.
It's right next to the big key, so that's actually really kind.
Yeah, gonna see the big chest and nice almost both. chat calling hookshot on green pendant.
Well, there's a book. That opens up just the tablets.
A couple of fetch quest items up here. Or down here, rather.
So Liam actually gonna activate the flute.
And to answer chat, no sorts of mirror wraps are in logic and overworld glitches, but lots of runners will be able to do them because they can be very useful.
Ooh. The Armos room. So I'm gonna have to remember now that the hook shot is locking both the cane and the lamp.
And the bow.
And the bow, yeah.
So that does cut down on the number of locations that hookshot can be in now.
And at this point, that's all we're looking for is a hook shot.
I'm heading to clear out escape now, I think. Or no, doing the pyramid ferry, my bad. Gonna get that bug net.
Furaime heading straight to Misery Mire now. Looks like Liam's gonna make that GT play now. So, because Arcane of Samaria was at the Ice Armos, that also means that the pedestal is dead. Hookshot cannot be there since it would be required to get into Turtle Rock, logically.
So we won't be seeing Turtle Rock this run. And I'm sure Furaime is happy that they logically know that they don't need to go in for most of those checks.
Well, the middle of Turtle Rock is still in logic, so it could be there, but it won't be in the front, and it's not going to be on Trinex.
Yeah, at most it'll be a very short dip.
I'm stubbornly trying to hover here.
Just do bonks and bomb jumps. Yeah,
he gets it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you choose hovers here unless you're really good at them.
So Liam gonna get his treasure trove of items. And there's his Titans Mets and Misery Mire, so Furaime won't need any sort of fancy stuff to get into ice battles.
Unfortunately for us, because it's always fun to watch.
So Furaime definitely with a bit of a lead here. If you're Liam here, do you feel behind, or like, do you start making some gambles? Maybe like dive into swamp to hope for the hook shot in there.
I don't know if I'd feel behind at this point, since I can't see what Furaime is doing, and
Yeah,
for the
that's
most part, it seems to be going good from their perspective, since they only need a hook shot to finish, and they know there's a bunch of locations hook shot can't be in.
oh, checks human makes a great point. That since the first glove was lamp locked, and then the glove locked the Quake medallion, and then the mitts were in Myers. So that means that the hook shot can't be in ice, or yeah, it can't be anywhere that's glove locked. This is definitely an interesting sequence of logic to try to unravel here.
Yeah, one of the rare cases where the understanding that really pays off big time in something in overall glitches.
So it could be in swamp at this point. Could be in. It could just be in pod as well. It cannot be upstairs GT because the big key was hookshot locked, as well as the bow.
We haven't seen anybody do powder.
Yeah, that's still a thing. The mushroom was hookshot locked, so that can't be it.
Uh, Yep. No, just save and quit, Liam. I was unnecessarily going down the right side. Yep, realizing that he doesn't need to go down the right side.
I think he was considering going upstairs, but didn't want to risk maybe failing the hover, so decided to just save and quit instead.
That's possible.
Because if you knew you could get the hover on the first try, it would probably be worth it just doing the upstairs while you're here, but
Everyone's favorite cave.
oh yeah, there's a possibility. No, this is glove locked actually, so the hook shot cannot be in here.
Yeah, Furaime did apparently not paying as close attention to the logic as some of the people in chat are. Oh, Liam's going for the mirror wrap to Ice Palace.
Liam hasn't got Quake yet, so he may end up full clearing Ice Palace. So this is going to cost him some time.
Yeah, and we know the hookshot can't be in here at this point.
And it looks like Furaime's going to dive swamp. Or maybe checking the Bombos tablet? No. No, I'm just going to straight up just dive in the swamp here. I don't mind this play. I mean, there's not a whole lot left that's in logic, really.
Yeah, it's like swamp, pod, and a couple of overworld checks. Oh yeah, and TR dip.
I'm not going to even check the hint. And there's a Bombos medallion. Doesn't... Well, no, that doesn't do anything, because all it does is open the front of Turtle Rock, but we know that's not where we need to look. A bottle and the hook shot is in West Wing of Swamp.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Alright,
Yeah,
Furaime is, well, obviously going to do left side here, so Furaime will be in go mode in a minute. That is good knowledge for Liam, but unfortunately he's pretty far behind at this point, so I don't think it's really going to help him.
Yeah, that's putting Furaime in a big lead.
And unfortunately Liam doesn't have that Quake medallion, so still may end up full clearing ice here anyway.
Yeah.
That him was in Ice Palace. Furaime hasn't been to Ice Palace at all.
Yeah.
So Furaime doesn't know the hook shot is in here, but gonna find out in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Going for the left side there, so obviously gonna get it soon.
So, given what Liam knows, I do kind of like his decision to dive into Ice Palace, just because he is kind of gambling, I think. And it's unfortunate for him. We know that it's not going to work out, but it could have worked.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, this whole Ice Palace is both blocked by both Quake and Hookshot. So he can't get any of the items he needs here.
Gotta love the flippers hint in Ice Palace. It always seems to happen. And there's that hook shot for Furaime. So just over 1 hour, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Furaime is in go mode. Just has to finish off Swamp, and then quickly go mode Ice, and then already has the big key from GT, so just has to do the climb.
And yeah, the Mets of noting that pendant dungeons didn't need to be checked at all, and in fact, Furaime did not check any of them.
Yeah, so this is looking to be a pretty jet seed.
Yeah.
I think Furaime will definitely have a sub 120, potentially a sub 115. So this is, yeah, definitely a real kind seed.
Yeah, and Furaime's been having some very good execution, so I'm sure they won't have trouble getting a good time on this.
Yeah, we got red mail and butter sword and silver arrows, so this is a pretty much as well equipped as you can hope for.
Oh, very nice Argus doing the poke straps. One shot with the silvers. And Liam about to show off the power of the gold sword in Cold Stare.
Yep. Furaime just gonna flute on over to ice.
Taking a completely intended route.
Yeah, and it is the fastest way to get here, probably.
Yeah, with flute and mitts, it's absolutely the fastest.
So Liam heading straight over the swamp. Gonna get that hook shot, and still gonna be looking for that Quake medallion, unfortunately, which we know is in Checkerboard Cave. So won't even be in go mode.
Yep. It's a good play with what Liam knows, but unfortunately not what they need to do to win the seed. Although I'm not sure they could do much to win at this point.
No, it's unfortunately, I mean, maybe Furaime's game crashed and wiped out their save file. Maybe that might be that might be Liam's only hope at this point. Unfortunately.
Maybe Furaime repeatedly pits themselves in the Ganon Phase 4 because they want to get a quad arrow.
Alright. So Furaime halfway through Ice Palace. Should be done here in probably less than 2 minutes.
Yep. Ice Palace is very nice in go mode if you know the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Yeah. Actually almost at the boss room already. It'll probably take me about a minute to get in GT. And then maybe 6 minutes or so for the GT climb in Aga 2. So probably looking at, I would guess, 1:17, 1:18 finish time for Furaime.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Just going for plain slashes, not doing any of the poke strats we saw from Liam. Getting out that mirror quick so you can head to GT right away.
Hey, Furaime, now doing the flip into GT.
And it's climb time.
Liam's about to get that hook shot.
Which unfortunately still doesn't put him in go mode. And up to the gauntlet for Furaime. No, missing that first arrow, unfortunately. That's pretty RNG, but it's worth it for the hope. Getting out the fire rod, which is actually very nice in general in these rooms.
Especially with half magic. And we're on the Whammo 2 now.
Gonna go for the silver strats here. Using a bonk and slash for timing setup, it seems.
Not quite getting the 1 cycle, but pretty quick 2 cycle.
Yeah, 8 arrows left, so Furaime is passing up those pot arrows. Oh, nice rod dash there. This is a very good GT climb on Furaime's side.
Yeah.
Using all of Furaime's bombs.
Powders the fairies and then doesn't collect them.
Yeah.
They have a blue potion, so
Yeah.
not worried about magic at all. They may not even need to use that blue potion with the silvers.
Yeah, blue potion and red mail and butter sword and silvers.
Gonna check that Moldorm chest, even though there's really no reason to.
Gotta validate the run.
William Atlas is heading in the right direction now, but unfortunately, timer's gonna be done in just a few minutes here.
Oh, nice triple. Oh,
Wow! Oh, I thought that was a double trip.
I think it was a double triple, but just 2 hits landed too close together on the first one for it to land all 3.
Yeah.
So one of them didn't count. But yeah, very nice Aghanim from Furaime.
And Furaime into the Aghanim fight just as Liam was about to hit go mode.
And this is going to be like somewhere like 115 to 116. Yeah, very nice dash strats from Furaime on Ganon. Way more than is necessary, but why not? Oh, that's a lot of teleports.
Yeah. Settle down, Ganon.
Trying his hardest to ruin Furaime's time.
It's a
Yeah, there's the double.
double.
And another double. Nice.
Yep.
Double.
Does not need that blue potion at all. Alright, get your GGs in chat for Furaime.
GG Furaime. That was a hell of a run.
Yeah, and Furaime finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 15 minutes and 36 seconds. Absolutely blazing fast time. So, I think I know the answer, but I'll ask if Furaime wants to come in for an interview anyway.
Alright.
So Furaime, or Liam rather, has not looks like Liam's decided to finish off the seed.
Yeah. It's not too much longer, just gotta do Meyer and Gannon's Tower. It doesn't really win them anything at this point, but probably just for the fun. Or just for satisfaction.
So I don't think Furaime will join us in the booth here, but they are there in the chat. So congrats, Furaime, who takes this best of 3 series over Liam Atlas.
Yeah, congrats. Really good run.
Yeah, this was an absolutely just a really, really nice seed, and Furaime just played it perfectly. Going, how early was his hammer? He got a little bit after you. You guys really sort of took almost the same routes. The main difference to start was Liam went into Eastern, while you went into Escape. So Liam fell behind a little bit there. And then Liam also dove into Ice Palace while you were going into Swamp. You actually got a hint in Ice Palace that the hookshot was on left side Swamp. So we saw that hint right as you were going to left side Swamp. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, the really big deciding point was Furaime doing Desert Palace and Checkerboard Cave, and Liam putting that off for a while.
Yeah, that's right. Liam went into Ice Palace, still looking for that Quake medallion.
And unfortunately did not know that it logically couldn't even be on there.
So Liam is, I think, still on pace to finish with a sub 130, which is still a very good time. But Furaime really just, I think, read this seed really well. Just kind of went straight.
Yeah.
Especially going straight to the back of Escape, straight to Swamp, even though there was lots of other possibilities. Didn't get baited into Pod at all.
And yeah, with all those major items on the left side of Gannon's Tower, hookshot ended up walking a lot. So noticing that helped out a lot, reading the logic there.
So Furaime, you'll be facing Chex Human in the semifinals. How are you feeling about that matchup? PogChamp, that sums it up. Oh, it's a rematch from the last Overworld Glitch tournament. Okay, that's pretty cool. Liam taking care of Vitreous.
Nice video kill, and then just on to Ganon's tower and taking the intended route from Ganon's tower to the end. Instead of finishing Ganon's tower somewhere in the middle like most Overworld Glitch seeds.
Yeah. Well, it should be an exciting matchup. So, yeah, Furaime versus Chex Human. On the other side of the bracket, it will be Glan versus PRD Wong.
So some very good runners all around for the semi-final matches. Those are going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And up to the gauntlet for Liam. Oh, pretty nice second gauntlet room there.
Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah.
It seems like those enemies almost never line up like that, so it feels good to just get through that room that quickly.
Yeah. Very clean gauntlet from Liam.
Looks like I'll be using.
Pretty nice GT for the most part.
Yep. Sub 130.
Yeah. Powering that free magic for safety. And also it's probably quicker than having to potion up. Passing up the validation chest. Unfortunately doing the reasonable thing.
Yeah. Whatever will he do without those 3 bombs? Again.
Oh.
I think that should have been a triple, but probably only counts as a double.
Yeah, same as on Furaime's side.
Still, anytime you can get 3 cycles on Aga 2, you feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Alright, it's off to Ganon for Liam.
So like 128 something.
Yeah. Assuming Liam doesn't have any trouble, and I don't think he will.
So he doesn't just jump off for fun. Gonna have some fun with the teleports here, since they are the same on both sides. There's a double. He's going for the double. Nice.
Yep. Very nice fight by Liam Atlas. So get your GGs in chat for Liam, who unfortunately comes second in this race and is eliminated from the tournament, but still sub 130. It's a very nice time.
GG Liam.
The actual official time, 1:28.18. And we'll see if Liam wants to come in for an interview. And looks like he is in the waiting room.
Hey, GG.
Hello, thank you.
So, yeah, what did you think of the seed? I mean, I thought it was seemed to be a pretty quick one, relatively.
Yeah, once I got the gloves from the back of Escape, it led directly to the hammer on my normal route, and then from there it was really fast. So I think I'm guessing that may have been the biggest difference. It did my opponent get the gloves a lot sooner.
Yeah. Basically, I think there was you guys did Desert, Schoolwoods, and Thievestown, and then it was Harris, Schoolwoods, and Thievestown. So you kind of did the first few crystals you could, and then basically the first place Furaime went was Escape.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then that led to basically everything else in the seed really fast.
Yeah, because Furaime got that Quake medallion pretty much immediately after, because they rented it in on the way to Desert. And then Yeah, and then got that hammer. Or no, went to Death Mountain first to get the mirror, which brought them to Pyramid Ferry, which put them right next to the hammer. And then pretty much almost everything else was in GT. And then they also they went to Swamp almost right after GT as well. Didn't bother with any overworld checks or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I made the gamble on the hookshot being there, and it paid off a lot.
Yeah, actually, they found when you got that hint for the hook shot, they were about halfway through Swamp, almost about to get to the left side. So
Yeah, if not for that hint, I can't say I would have gambled the hook shot in there, so I would have lost by even more.
Yeah. And getting Quake earlier was definitely a big thing for Furaime because they're doing go mode a lot sooner, so they could go mode more dungeons.
yeah,
Makes sense.
I think go moding. They go moded. I think they just go moded Ice Palace actually.
Oh
And,
yeah.
but overall, still the rest of the dungeons weren't that bad. And yeah, I mean 115. I think that's the fastest time in this tournament so far. So really well done. I mean,
Yeah,
to both of you guys, but yeah.
Yeah, so for real, GG's to Furaime. That was that's a heck of a time, especially in overworld glitches.
So how did you? What did you think about the whole tournament?
It was
Unfortunately, sorry. Go ahead.
it was a lot of fun. I didn't get the chance to join the first Overworld Glitches tournament, so I enjoyed the second one and making it to brackets and making it to a game 3. So I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun.
That's good. Yeah, just want to shout out to Dimensive, our tracker, for tracking this race today. Thanks to them. Did you have any final thoughts to add, Liam?
No, just thank you again to commentators, trackers, Restream. You guys are always awesome, and thank you for Speed Gaming for having us like always.
All right. Yeah, GG's. Thanks for putting this on for us. So that sets up the semifinals for the Overworld Glitches tournament. So Furaime will be moving on to face Checksuman. And the other side of the bracket, as I mentioned before, is going to be Glan versus PRD Wong. So I'm not sure exactly when those will get started, but they should be some good races.
Yeah. Nothing on the schedule for those yet, but I'm sure there'll be something up soon.
But I think that'll do it for us. Did you have any final thoughts to add, Shiku?
Just that if anyone's looking for more Link to the Past Randomizer, coming up soon at 9 Eastern, there's the daily race on SpeedGaming 5. And at 9:15, there's a Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer spoiler race on SpeedGaming 4.
Oh, sounds good. All right. Yeah, that'll do it for us. I've been Atium, and I was joined by Shku. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great night.
Yeah, good night, everyone.